Now what do you do after a long day of scouting out locations where you can camp and you're just exhausted and don't feel like going out of your way to cook some sort of gourmet meal? What do? Well, you probably picked it up because it's in the background here, or if you've gone camping with me, you know how hooked I am on Peak Refuel. Actually, I bounce between Peak Refuel and Mountain House, but over the last year, I've been absolutely loving the Peak Refuel meals here. So this is going to be a quick little video I'm going to share with you. This happens to be one of my favorite meals. This is the coconut curry. I'm going to show you how easy, how quick this is made, and then I'm going to share with you my 2 cents on it. Let's do this. I'll share with you the details of the back of this here once we get the water boiling here. But first, these things are so crazy simple to put together. You have 4 little steps here. Open pouch tear mark. Okay, not difficult. Remove oxygen absorber. That is important. I'm talking from experience. I have accidentally left that in. Now this one is going to require a 1.3 cups of boiling water. So what I do, I have a handy dandy measuring cup. Now when I first started doing this, I would just pour it into my kettle and cook it up. So we're going to fill this up to 1.25 cups, I think that said. Let's just make sure. 1.3 cups, excuse me. Pour it into here. Pretty straightforward. Cap that off. I'm going to get the grill going. This is a partner stove. All right. Okay. That I can guarantee it's not going to take long to boil up. So we're going to get that up to about 200 degrees and we're going to be off to the races. But let me share with you one of the reasons why I have become, I don't want to say dependent because I'm not. I don't want to say I'm lazy because technically I'm not. But cases like this, yeah, it's okay to be lazy every once in a while. But I just love the flavor of these things. And look at 44 grams of protein in each one of these things here. So you have 850, you can break it up into 2 servings, although I always eat the whole thing. Half serving is 430 calories. A full serving is 850 calories. You get a ton of really good stuff in here. So you have total fat, 44 grams. See, sodium, let's see, for the full serving is 950 milligrams, 480 for the half. You have 33 grams of carbs for the half serving, 65 grams on the full serving. Let's see, in protein, again, 22 for the half serving, 44 for the full serving. And again, these meals, it has been a year and I've gone through a handful of these. Actually, I think I've tasted out most of them. Let's talk about the ingredients again while we're waiting for this to boil up here. Coconut curry sauce, coconut milk, carrots, onion, spinach, red curry paste, spices, include red chili pepper, garlic, lemongrass, salt, shallot, coriander root, keeper lime, canola oil, lime juice, brown sugar. See, spices, garlic powder, we already did that, salt, cilantro, enriched with instant white rice, pre-cooked long grain rice, niacin, iron, cooked.
What did you say?
Seasoned diced chicken white meat. Chicken white meat, salt. Okay, now this does contain tree nut, coconut. So anyway, this is going to, we're about halfway. What did I say? That wasn't going to take us long. So while we're waiting for that, we're going to prep this, crack this thing open. We're going to get that little, make sure we get that out. We're going to close that up. That's off. Now, this is what we're looking at right here. You have all these little chunks in here. Now, generally what I will do is I will start pouring in, pour about half the water in. I'm going to start stirring that up, start moving that around. You know, it's funny. Before, I never used the spoon to stir it up. I would just kind of pour all the water in there, kind of massage it. It does work better with the spoon. All right, we're going to pour the rest of our water in here. Boom. All right, now we're going to stir this around really good. You can see the texture right now, so it's really liquidy right now. So once that water has a chance to kind of soak in there, and that's what we're going to do, we're going to pull our spork out, close this up.
10 minutes later.
And wow, that looks pretty delicious. Now, let's Pour this out. The texture looks absolutely fantastic.
But wait, there's more.
We have some carrot. We have all sorts of good stuff there. If you've never tried one of these meals before and you frown on it, maybe I would think, oh, okay, it can't be that good. Maybe you're ex-military like myself and you have nightmares of old MREs or C-rats or this or that. Friends, this is not your old school MRE. This is absolutely one of the ideas that I've had is get a unsuspected volunteer to come over for dinner one night and serve them something like this. I'd be willing to bet they would think this is something that I either made myself or had catered in. It is that. There's absolutely so much flavor in this.
Yes!
Again, the coconut curry, hands down, this is my favorite. When I first heard this, I think it was last year at Overland West, I heard this flavor was out there. I'm starving, so I'm more interested in eating this than shooting this video right now. This is absolutely fantastic. You have big chunks of chicken in here. Carrot, chicken, rice. There's instant stomach gratitude right now. I've tested out a number of these sort of freeze-dried meals and so forth. Backpacker's Delight. Again, I used to be hardcore Mountain House. And I'm not saying anything bad about Mountain House. Mountain has some good flavors. The Peak Refuel meals, for me, you get more flavor. They're heartier. And afterwards, you know, like you eat a belly bomb of a meal and you feel really lethargic afterwards. With these meals right here, man, you feel great. You feel energized. I've had some meals where, and you have to pardon the noise behind me, while I'm out here field testing the Zero Breeze, and so hence that thing is running as we speak behind me right now. But anyways, a handful of meals I've tested in the past, either there's just so much sodium in there, and sodium to some degree is a good thing, you want it and so forth, but some of the meals are just, they really sock it to you with just very high sodium. This is perfect. I'm gonna put a link in the description down below. Hands down, I would encourage you, go out there. You don't need to buy a whole bunch of them, just try one. Try a few different flavors. Beef stroganoff is good. The breakfast skillet is a food group on its own. And so I have a review on that. I'll put a link down below to that review as well. But anyway, go out there, pick up a few of these, properly make them. Make sure you let it sit long enough, because I've done it many times before where I don't let it sit long enough and you still get a crunch and so forth. The biscuits and gravy, whew, I'm just thinking of another meal that I absolutely love. Now that one, I will say with this, with Peak Refuel, the biscuits and gravy, if you decide to get one of those and try that out, hands down, it's, oh boy, it's arguably, again, one of my favorites there. You want to break the biscuits into a couple small pieces, because if you don't, you can let that thing sit for 15 minutes and the inside of the biscuit is still going to be crunchy. Break the biscuits up, because they will serve actual hockey puck size biscuits, and hands down, absolutely. There's a client that I visit up in Libby, Montana, Sherpa Trailers, and when I was up there filming last November, they brought me to this breakfast place and touting that, we're basically claiming it has the best biscuit and gravy, and it does have, hands down, some of the best biscuits and gravy I've ever had. The Peak Refuel biscuits and gravy is pretty up there as well. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this. Hope you give it a shot. And if you do give it a shot, leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought of it. And friends, as promised, it's going to be a short video, so we'll see you at the next one.